As a reminder, please silence all cell phones. Welcome to today's press conference for the Iowa State Cyclone student athletes. Iowa State's Sports Information Director is Sarah Dyson. Today we are joined by student athletes Audi Crooks and Emily Ryan. We'll now take questions for the student athletes. Please state your name and affiliation at the beginning of each question. If you're on the Zoom call and would like to ask a question, use the raise hand function and we'll call on you if you have time.
Tommy Birch, Des Moines Register. I know you guys had talked a lot about how the season prepped you for the NCAA tournament. Is there a team that kind of resembles Maryland style-wise?
I feel like it's kind of hard to pinpoint a specific team. I think it's just taking a lot of what we've learned in several different games throughout the Big 12 conference and then preseason as well, and just kind of putting that all together because Maryland's a really good team. They do what they do really well, and so just kind of taking bits and pieces from all the games and trying to use that for this one.
Audi, does post-play look like it could be something that you guys lean on heavily in this game as a possible advantage?
I think that's definitely a possibility. I mean, they're not super lengthy down low, but they do like to front and bring backside help. So maybe it'll be a little bit difficult to get it inside, but I think if we do, and if we manage to get the ball inside, it'll be to our advantage. But also we'll be able to get that inside-outside game going, and then they won't be able to bring that double.
Audi, I was just kind of wondering, All-American honors, I think you found out yesterday or before?
Yeah.
What was that like? What's that accomplishment mean to you?
It means a lot. It's more than I ever could have thought, for myself, especially in this first year. But I'm just filled with gratitude, and I can't thank my teammates enough because they're the ones who give me the ball, and I can't score without them getting me the ball. So it's really an honor for our entire team, not just for me. But I'm very grateful and honored to have been chosen.
Connor Ferguson, Cyclone Fanatic. Emily, you played with Iowa State when it was, not saying you guys have gone away from the four-guard, shoot the ball lineup or anything like that, or philosophy. But seeing Maryland in looking back on your team in reflection and seeing what Audi's been able to do this year, how much does it excite you to go into March Madness with how your team is set up and how dominant she's been?
Yeah, I mean, Audi obviously has been incredible this year, and that's just a credit to the work she's put in and how she prepares. But having that inside presence is huge, especially it's just something that is so consistent down low and just an anchor on our offense and also defensively. And so just having that stability down low is huge, and knowing we can lean on her and she's going to do her part day in and day out is really special.
And Audi, everyone I've talked to is and you're kind of the vibes girl on the team from what I hear, but everyone has kind of said the vibes this week have felt different than in years past, and everyone's really excited. What's it like to see that and be down here in Stanford?
Sure, yeah. This is my first run at this, so I can't speak for what it's been like in previous years. But, yeah, I think everybody's fired up, ready to go, excited for the possibilities. I mean, this year we've grown tremendously just in the things we've been able to accomplish, and nobody really thought that we could. So I just think that we have two really solid feet to stand on, and we're going to give it our best shot.
Emily, does it feel any different than in years past? Is there a uniqueness to this group?
Yeah, every year is different, and this is just a completely different squad to be around than what we've had in the past. So it's a fun group to be around, and we just make sure we take every step along the way and just enjoy the moment we're in. And I think that's what's special about this team is we're enjoying the journey more so than the destination, and that's something that makes us showing up every day really fun. And so every day we show up to practice, high energy, and we just make sure it's a good time, and we get work done when we need to, and then we enjoy our time with each other when we're not.
You're coming off 2 top 20 wins in the Big 12 tournament. What can your team take away from that run into this tournament?
Yeah, I think we had a lot of momentum going into the tournament, and then we played well throughout the tournament. It didn't end exactly how we wanted, but I think we can still ride that momentum going forward and just keep that going. And like Coach Finn always says, when you do something right, you want to replicate that and duplicate that as much as possible. And then if something doesn't go well, you want to minimize the amount of times you do that. And so I think for us, it's just a matter of staying in the moment and just trying to win each play.
And what's something your team has to do well to win tomorrow?
In order for us to do well tomorrow, I think we really have to focus on execution. I mean, there have been a couple games where it's been close and we've had lapses or slow starts, and we can't have that. You know, this is March and everybody's trying to win, and anything's possible. So we have to be in our P's and Q's and really execute our game plan.
Tell us about somebody who's not on the podium today who will have a really big impact in the game tomorrow.
I think you can go down our roster and pinpoint pretty much everyone and say that they'll have a huge role in how tomorrow goes. I think that's kind of been the theme of our season, is that it's been really fun that it's not always just one person or one or two people that carry the load. It's been a whole team effort, and any given night, it can be anyone's night. And so people that aren't up here right now, there's going to be a lot of them that are game changers, and then also some people that might not even be on the floor but have prepared us really well going into the game. Willie, Sean, they always work really hard on scout team for us, and their work doesn't always get the glory that it deserves, but they're super well appreciated by the team and the coaching staff. And so even though they don't always get the glory on game days, they're the ones that prepare us so well, and so we're lucky to have them as well.
For sure, I think you could really shout out anybody, but somebody that I kind of want to highlight is Ariana Jackson. I think she's been a defensive menace, an absolute menace this year for other teams. Any assignment she's been given, she's taken that with grace and handled to the best of her abilities. And like Emily said, we could thank and shout out every single one of our players, but I just kind of want to give her her flowers.
Speaking of shout-outs, have you gotten any special shout-outs or well wishes from fans or anyone else heading into the tournament?
Me? Yeah, I've heard a lot from Cyclone Nation. You know, our family and our friends are always behind us. You know, been in contact with just a lot of different people, a lot of different walks of life.
Liz Cambage.
Liz Cambage, that's my girl.
Yeah, no, Cyclone Nation is always behind us. Even though we're a little ways away from home, you can always feel their presence and their support, and that's what's so special about Cyclone Nation, is that regardless of where we are, we know they're behind us and supporting us all the way.
Is this your first time out in California? I don't think you've played a college game out here.
Yeah, I've never been in California before, definitely never played in California, so it's fun to see different place and experience different things.
Yeah, neither have I, so first time for both of us.
Then one last question from up here. You were 13-2 at home this year and 7-9 away from home. What makes it hard to win away from home, and have you made any adjustments that will help you throughout the season that will help you this weekend?
Yeah, I think anytime you're playing on the road, it's definitely tougher, especially when we know we have such a huge crowd for us when we're at home. It makes playing in Hilton really special and a huge advantage for us. But Big 12 is a really tough conference, and we say it all the time. It's hard to win in the Big 12, but especially hard to win on the road in the Big 12. So I think that's something we've grown a lot in as the season's gone on. We got a huge road win down the stretch in Manhattan, Kansas, and that was huge for us going into the Big 12 tournament. So I think if we can just continue to ride that momentum, we'll be good going into this tournament.
I second that.
Any more questions for the student athletes? Thank you, Audi and Emily. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Guys.
We'll now take a short break and be back with Iowa State's head coach.